What are you doing? Why are you bugging me so much? Why are you bugging me? Nobody likes cute, fuzzy little doggies. Especially ones with bad bathroom habits like you. Yes. Get up here then. Come on, you can get up here, chunko. Are you watching 1941 with Daddy? Are you watching 1941?
My name is Wild Bill Kelso, and don't you forget it. That's the kind of talk I like to hear, boy. That's it.
Let me hear your guns.
My guns? I want to hear what they sound like. Let me hear them.
Ranger, do you like this movie?
Well, any trip begins with the first step. Except for me. Usually it's the first trip and fall or stumble. So I'm sitting here getting all this crap ready to go. And my lower peninsula of Michigan decided to come off the wall. The wire backing on the thing unleashed. These things are kind of heavy. I had a guy at work cut these out for me. So I got to fix that and stick her back on there. Can't have the upper peninsula all by itself, although it should be its own state actually. The superior state. But, oh good. Mr. Drill Bit does not fit inside the 12-inch tom, so I got to manhandle every single one of these damn things. This is the of all the projects, this is the one thing I absolutely dislike, is taking all these out by hand. You know, what I should have for Christmas is a new power drill, a smaller one, compact. We got them at our shop. Everything's being miniaturized these days. This is just going to take so much more time. I mean, is it real hard? No, it's just monotonous work. I like the painting and the finishing. That's the fun stuff. Although this is a very important, you know, it's good that you take this stuff off, because on some of the lugs, well, not these so much. These are these lightweight little things. But some of them have those springs inside. And the springs over time will loosen up and will actually make, will actually rattle inside the little lug. So sometimes you got to stick cotton balls in there to keep that spring stationary, or just stretch the spring back out. Now this one, this is 12-inch birch tom that came off that old Sound Percussion Lab kit that I got, which was actually the second drum set I got. You know, the first one was that Drum Zone that my friend found for me at Goodwill, and I kind of missed that set. Although doing this, going on my second year of doing this, my ear just kind of, although poplar drums are fine, my ear just doesn't like them as much. Same thing with birch. I'm not a fan of the birch. Although many famous, fabulous sets of drums are made of birch, like the Yamahas make wonderful birch drums. I really don't like drums that project that much. I like a little muddier tone. I don't know. I'm kind of a mushy drummer too, kind of sloppy. So if it's mushed out a little bit in the mix, you can't hear any or as much of my mistakes. I should be doing something to rectify that, of course. But, you know, I didn't start drums to be that studious. I just want to have fun and enjoy it. As we all get older, you need to find something to do that you enjoy. I don't want to sit. Gratuitous butt shot. You're welcome. So, here's the bass drum from the old Candy Stain kit. That's where the crack developed. And when the crack happened, as the plies are, you know, rounded like this, it went up like that. And I didn't have the heads on it and all that kind of crap. So what I ended up doing, I looked at it and I'm like, well, why don't I just fill the damn thing with glue? So I did that, and glue on both sides, then put that towards the bottom, and then put some cinder blocks on it to kind of crush it down and to line it up, and it worked. I'm kind of hesitant to take those off just for the fact that it might loosen up pretty good. But the good thing about working on a bass drum, I can use the drill. Yeah. Because I'm lazy. Alright. Oops, I don't want to take them all the way out. That will happen right there. There we go. Just want to loosen them up. Now, of course, so I took the 12-inch down and took it into the breezeway. I would paint it in the garage because our garage is heated for the most part because all the heating ducts run in it. Plus, we got the hot tub in there so we can use it in the winter, and that stays at 104 degrees. And it does add, freaking damn it, and it does add to the warmth in there a lot. But if I paint anything in there, the fumes go upstairs into the bedrooms, and my wife gets a wild bug up her butt about that. She don't like that. So what I'm going to do, and you'll probably see it tomorrow, I have a big shop vac that I'm going to plug in outside our garage door, run the hose inside, do all the spray painting in the breezeway with that shop vac sucking all the air outside. In theory, that's my plan. Man, I hate doing this crap. Any task, any great task is worth doing for my viewers. Just kidding. And I'm hoping this project turns out real. Now, I kept having that thing in my head about getting a brand new drum set. All my drum sets are used, and I just wanted to have a brand new drum set like everybody else. And other than the fact that it was a brand new drum set, why did I really want it? I mean, like, a used drum set is just as good as a brand new one, in most respects. So I thought about it. Luckily, this one was still in decent shape, decent enough shape that I could, gosh darn it, that I could, you know, turn it into something. It's the same thing for the most part, just new to me. And a little bit of hard work, a little bit of elbow grease, and it could turn into something really nice, providing I don't lose all the bloody parts. Shouldn't lose anything. No, they're still there. Okay, one thing I want to show you real quick. If you're taking apart an inexpensive drum set, they're not all made the same way. Well, they look at, you know, the finished product looks kind of like the same. However, the parts can change and be different. Now I want to show you something. This is the tom holder off the top of the bass drum, and I'm going to put it as close as I can to the camera to see. Now you look under each screw where everything's held together right there. You see those little orange doodads. Doodad is a technical term for things, thingies. I don't know what the hell else to call them. Okay, those are kind of like spacers. They're about 3/4 of an inch long, and they go in there to kind of hold the pieces in place, but they're made of a hard plastic or a soft plastic that can kind of expand and contract if kind of crushed a little bit. But I just wanted to state, if you're taking something apart, look in there, and if it's those little orange things are in there, be careful with those. Those things are really easy to lose. They fall out, and I've got several around this house I still have yet to find. But they're very, they can be very difficult to get back into place. It's just kind of a little bushing that they use to kind of hold the pieces in place. So make sure you keep an eye on those, and when you take everything apart, you don't just jerk it off or just throw it on the ground. Always take it off carefully and look in there so you don't lose any of these little foo-foo pieces, because it will make your life hell. So the 22-inch bass drum is done. I think it's a 22 by 16. You just have to take off the vent. Oops. These lugs. Okay, here's another thing to show you. The lugs were stuck on there. See inside the lug? Now there's a spring in there. Now these springs, my springs on these, I've looked at it when I took them off. I pushed on them, and they're in there pretty tight. And it's to hold the pieces together and whatnot. Sometimes those springs will loosen up a little bit. All right, what you can do is carefully pop them out of there with a screwdriver, stretch them out a little bit, and then stick them back in there. If you don't do that, or even if you do that, maybe they're still wiggling or what have you, all you have to do is stick a cotton ball in there, and that's going to secure it and keep it from moving around. All these lugs, I got to paint all these lugs, and I'm going to try to do everything all at once. The floor tom lugs, the tom lugs, and the bass drum lugs all at the same time. It's going to be interesting. I got to put them on a board, line them all up, and when you line up that many lugs along a board just to make it easier to paint, the bad thing about it is if you bump it, they're like dominoes sometimes. So, and also, I mean, you got to pay it. Plus another issue is how you have to paint it. You have to paint it from one side, paint it from the other side, paint it from the top down, paint it from the bottom of it, and then also the front. you have to keep going around, paint it from different directions just to get an overall good coat. This chrome, luckily, the paint adheres to the chrome really well. These aren't plastic ones, these are metal, but I haven't had a problem yet with the paint coming off any of the lugs. So, anyways, those are two little things I wanted to show you if you choose to do something like this yourself. I know a couple of you had made comments in the past on my page about refinishing a set of drums, and it's not hard. The hardest step is just starting the project, because you're concerned about what if it gets screwed up or where it's going to turn out bad. The main reason you're doing this to drums is you want something different. Now, no matter what you do to the drums, it's going to be different. So half the battle is won. Now, if you just take your time, you're going to get good results. I'm not skilled at this. I'm not a painter. I'm not a craftsman. I'm not a woodworker. All right, but for the most part, 99% of the time, I've had pretty good results with everything. And it's unique. I'm making a unique drum set. You know, who else has one like this, or is going to have one like this? Not too many people. I mean, it's going to look similar to that SJC kit, but whatever. This is going to be mine. So don't be scared. Just try it. If you mess up the paint, all you do is let the paint dry, or just wipe it off and then repaint it again. Or you could just let it dry, sand it off, and then restart. Just take your time. This doesn't have to be done in 5 minutes. It could be done over a weekend, over a full week, over a couple of months. Just a little bit at a time. A little bit of effort goes a long way in the end. So don't be afraid to start a project like this. I don't know about you, but I need a new hobby. Plane taking off, getting out of this cold, miserable, wet, damp state. All right. Now the hoops, you got to be careful with when you paint them. Well, you can paint them, but you have to do a little bit more than just paint them. After these get all painted and dried, I'm going to add a clear coat to them. Just helps protect the finish a little bit more, because your rims are going to get hit, and a little bit extra will help them out. Oh my God, but look at all the extra chlorofluorocarbons you're adding to the atmosphere. I'll be dead soon. Who cares? Not my problem. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, Todd, the Cheap Drums guy. So the chlorofluorocarbons came back to haunt me, and I've got a hell of a headache from smelling all those damn paint fumes. So, need to take a little break from right now. So
what I still have to do today, I have to go down and cut the felt out to fit inside the drums. And I'll film that so you can see exactly what I'm doing. The sound I'm going for is like, if you compare that to taking like a beef roast and dropping it off a second story balcony onto concrete. That's the sound I'm going for. I want deep, meaty sound when you hit the toms. I'm going to try to get that with the felt. I don't know if it'll work because I've never done it before. We shall see. But, so I got to go cut the felt, see if I can get that crap to fit, and start putting all the hardware on. Still have to repaint the hoops because I missed the spots where I was holding it. But no biggie. But for right now, I just wanted to give you a little insight to what I was doing and how far along in the progress I am. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. So I got another week to finish it. So anyways, you people have a great day, have a great week, and be good to each other.